Well, got a new area to check out. A couple miles south of my home, here in the valley. Gorgeous out here. Nice day. Got about 6 inches of rain in the last week. It's been crazy. No detecting doing this week. But as you can see, this is an old cemetery here. Obviously, I'm not going to detect in the cemetery. It's that'd be kind of weird to me. But this area here, there's 60 acres around here owned by the town. They said go ahead and detect around there, anywhere you want. And I can see some of the areas outside this fencing. There's some very large trees. So there may have been some homes way back in the day. And apparently with the first settler of the town here came in here in what, 18 or 17 1600s, late 1600s, and settled not far from here. In fact, there's a area I want to check to see if I can find remnants of his log cabin. So and he also built the area's first sawmill. That all these hills here were stripped clean back when logging industry was the big deal. Stripped clean, and then erosion and everything else kind of ruined the agricultural center of the bottom of the valley. Well, all the overforesting. So we'll see. Today and tomorrow is supposed to be real nice. It's later in the day today, but I kind of want to look around here, look at some of these stones. Well, I found a couple nails, a couple scraps of iron, and here's something. It's lead, with a core in it. Something electrical, I would assume. Not sure what that is, but it's ringing up as copper. We'll see. Oh, nice day. I'm out in the state park, looking for a possible log cabin location of this area's first settler in the, I think it was 1687, if I have the date right. But first problem is this grass is up to my belly button and some of it's over my head, and I'm 6'1", so this is a burden. But I just located an area here of what appear to be fruit-bearing trees. So I'm going to look around underneath these trees where the grass is a lot shorter. And from what I read in history, when the first settler came through, he was very intrigued by the apple and peach orchards of the Seneca Indians. So maybe, he transported them. That's what made him want to stay here in the area. So maybe this was, maybe this is an area I should check out. We'll see if I can get underneath these trees without any problems. And also underneath all this grass, it's quite muddy because it's been almost 6 inches of rain here in the last week and a half. So we'll see what happens. Boy, how would you like to run into this tree on a dark night, not knowing where you're going? Holy crap. Wow. Solid thorns. Massive thorns everywhere. Yikes. Gotta watch myself here. Well, first signal at all after a good 20 minutes of swinging. Something made of lead. Focus in on there. Don't know what that is. Looks hollow. Definitely lead though. Oh, a few feet from that other piece of lead. Here's another one. Looks completely different though. Almost looks like a fired bullet, but some weird machining looking on the side there. Certainly looks beat up from something. Well, about 15 feet from those other two pieces of lead, there's another blob of lead. It's got to be fired bullets, wouldn't you think? They're all about the same weight, they're just all different shapes. I mean, that first one obviously was not machined to be a bullet, but these last two, certainly looks like a bullet. Wow. Big old horseshoe. That's a big one. Yeah, was reading a very low tone and very deep, but got out of there. First thing I found, it isn't lead. So this is promising. Back in here, it's a bunch of nothing. And these, looks like cranberry trees. I like it. Well, legend has it on an old map that pretty much right where it says it was going to be it was called a flowing well with sparkling water, and it was known far and wide. And it said, I believe, in the 1860s it was drilled much like an oil well was. I just found this thing out here. I can't imagine what else this would be. But boy, if I'm nearby, this was probably quite the gathering spot to water horses for the stagecoaches and everything that came through here. Neat. That's great. Well, it's been a couple hours out at that old state hiking area, and it's cool that I found that what may be the wellhead for that old sparkling water well, which was apparently dug in 1864. And I want to apologize, when the first settlers came into this area, it was 1789. I said the 1680s, but it was when the first explorers came through here. It was in the late 1670s, I believe. Robert de La Salle came through here. And so this yesterday when I was at that cemetery area, I only found a couple things. I don't know, whatever this was, it certainly isn't it anymore. I tried to get some of the dirt out of the bottom of it, and I put a hole through it. So I don't know what that was. Bullet. And one of these lead things, and this looks very similar to all the ones I found today. I would love to know what the heck these things are. Now, I got 4 of them. I found 4 of them, and they're all like in different stages of getting the crap beat out of them, whenever they are. But, I mean, looking at this, that certainly does not look like a bullet. I mean, it's molded, whatever it is. And, but something's beating these things up, because you look at this next one. Obviously the same thing, but it's beat up on the bottom. This one's beat up even more. I just don't know what would cause that. They must have fit on the end of a tool or something. That one's really beat up. So, anybody know what these things are? I mean, I don't know. Definitely lead. And this massive horseshoe. I found that probably, I don't know. All this stuff was within, I don't know, 30 feet of that well. This was right next to it. So was this. But nature called, and I had to get on out of there and run home. And that place is only a couple miles from my house, but I'm done for the day. But I definitely want to get back there. I want to try to find the location of that old cabin from, you know, the 1780s, 1790s. So, yeah, anybody know what these things could be? They can't be bullets, not with this stuff on the side. Yeah. Alright, that's it.